What up, though, y'all? It's Chris. Appreciate you connecting with me while I'm out here on the run getting things done. Let's hop right into the topic at hand. Halle Bailey, who played the Little Mermaid, DDG's baby mama, she has filed for a restraining order against DDG. And I've got a few things to say about this. Honestly, this just seems like an attempt to keep him from his son. Y'all can say I'm biased because I'm a man. Maybe there's some in there, but I don't think totally. Y'all can say because I'm a father of a son. Sure, there may be some bias in there, but again, I think that I'm a reasonable thinking human being. I'm rational enough to be able to separate personal feelings from when I just see something isn't right. It seemed like since they broke up, she's just basically been the baby mama from hell. You know, she always trying to control the terms and conditions. I mean, when it comes to this man seeing his boy. And I mean, listen, y'all, boys need their fathers. Women, y'all do not have the steady hand necessary to raise boys into being men. You don't. Y'all raise these weak, sassy, no accountability, bum ass dudes. Basically, you raise the very type of men that you complain about. This is why men are necessary. This is why fathers are necessary, because a man raises boys to be men, because a man knows what being a man is. I'm not gonna challenge y'all on raising y'all daughters, because boy oh boy, y'all will kick her ass. That's the problem there. Women raise their daughters. All right, y'all will kick her ass. Y'all will let her know y'all the baddest bee in the house. Y'all sons, y'all spoil the hell out of them and coddle them. All this preventing them from seeing a father, trying to sabotage a relationship with them. Don't you know that eventually the boy is going to grow to resent you because you ran his daddy off? I remember when there was an issue with him coming to pick up his son. She said her and the baby were sick and she didn't want him going anywhere. And I'm just like, okay, the two of you are sick. What that mean? You don't get to tell him he can't come pick up his son because the son is sick. That's his son. Okay, he's sick. Noted. I got this. You know, I mean, a lot of times I be seeing women, it's like they think they have some rights of ownership, like exclusive ownership over the kid. Like the kid is a Birkin bag or something. It's mine. You know, it's gonna be ridiculous. They always trying to second guess or undermine what the father wants to do, and that just doesn't work. How has that done for the black community? We've had women undermining what the men want for the last 40 years. How has that worked out? I know a woman who wanted to get her son a mixing bowl set, and the dad was like, he don't want no mixing bowl set for his son, and she was trying to get it anyway. Why? Just because she didn't want to listen to what he had to say. We're the only group where the women push back this hard against the man's wishes for his son, man. And we're not better for it. So a restraining order has been filed, and she's made these claims of abuse, which, you know, I'm not going to believe. I'm not believing any of that type of stuff unless I see evidence, man. She showed some picture where her tooth was chipped. I don't know where that came from, how that came about. I really don't know. I will never trust a woman's ability to make up some stuff. I done seen situations where women bruise themselves up to accuse the man of abusing them. I mean, look at Amber Heard. This woman sat up there and just made up stories on the stand under oath, talking about he put the bottle inside her and stuff. So no. Unless I see proof of these sorts of things, I'm just not really that. I'm just not really convinced. I'll say it like that. From what I've seen, I don't know this woman personally, but I just know certain behavior patterns. She looks like a woman that is trying very much to control the situation. She's using his son as leverage, as a pawn to stick it to him. Things didn't work out. I don't know how she feel about that. To my understanding, she didn't move on. He didn't move on. It's okay for her to move on though. It don't seem like he really trying to pull up and cause any issues for her. It seemed like the only time he trying to pull up is when it's related to his son. You know, and it's always some drama when it comes to him seeing his son. That's crazy, man. And then to make matters worse, he can't talk about her or his son on stream. Isn't that typical? Isn't that par for the course? I always see women be allowed to go public and smear a man's name and reputation, jeopardize his livelihood, and the man has to just shut up and deal. And this is looking like that. You have a young man in his what, late 20s. He still has his whole life ahead of him, but unfortunately he chose the wrong woman to have a kid with. You know, I guess that's the lesson that we can take from this, man. Be careful who you had children with, because you're going to be attached to this woman. And he got a long road ahead of him when it comes to co-parenting with her, because his kid is still small. He having to fight this hard already out the gate. But you know what? I'm rooting for him. Don't give up. He has money and resources, so he stands a better chance than a lot of guys do. Fortunately for me, I didn't have to deal with any problems like this when my son was coming up. Me and his mother co-parented very well. I was just fortunate, but it could have went differently for me. You know, I could have had one of these baby mamas from hell like he has. And for all the people out there to say I'm just being biased, you know, because I advocate for fathers, you know, somebody needs to advocate for fathers, because there is no shortage of advocates for women. All right. Whenever a woman says anything, women rush to her defense, rush to support her, rush to believe her. It's only when men do the same thing that it's a problem. And men usually don't do it because men don't speak about these things. Men be holding these L's in silence. Y'all will never have any idea what it's like to be the father on the receiving end, co-parenting, when your baby mama acts like this. You'll never understand it. You know, you'll never understand what it's like to be the father in the situation, because the father almost always gets the bad deal. The father almost always is expected to take the high road. The woman can be as rude, nasty, and messy as she wants to be. She can be as vicious in court as she wants to be. She can go on public forums, social media, and trash your name, and there's nothing you can do about it except be quiet. So I'm gonna leave it there, man. Hit me with them likes if you like what I do. Hit me with them subs if you like what I do. And hit me in them comments. I'm gonna holler at y'all soon. Peace.